Once again, it was just so lovely. So, do we have some folks?
Yeah.
Are there people?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, people. Or namaste, people. So, Katie was just kind of getting you loosened up. So, let's stand up. Good morning. Let's stand with our feet about shoulder or hip width apart. Knees just slightly bent. Try to kind of root. You know, sometimes in Tai Chi, we talk about rooting, connecting to the earth. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but if you can sort of just almost figure out a way to grip the floor or your mat or whatever, slightly raise the arches. And as I noticed, Dr. Street had you gently rotating your neck. I think both clockwise and anti-clockwise. And now release your chin down towards your sternum, and then look directly forward, and lift and look overhead, forward and down, several times at your own pace. And now when you're ready, look over each shoulder. Just look from side to side. From side to side. Reach your ear down to one shoulder, back up. Reach and extend your ear down to the other shoulder. And now again, rotate your neck and anti-rotate. She got your arms, upper arm bones, the humeri. Lift the humeri and roll the shoulders. Lift the humeri and roll the shoulders. And then lift and roll. Lift and roll. Arms very loose. Again, knees slightly bent. Very, very loosely. Swing your arms from side to side. Maybe you'll get that nice, gentle little pop in your spine. Belly soft. Take your left arm directly overhead. Walk your right fingers down the outside of your leg. Create length in your side body. Look down over your, would be your right shoulder. Make sure your upper body is in alignment with the shoulder rather than hunching forward. Slow, gentle, complete breaths. And exhale. Before we go to the other side, bring your arms up directly in front of you. Extend them out to the side. Reach overhead. All on the in-breath, touch the palms together, hands back to back, and exhale. Boy, there is such craziness going on in the world right now, is there not? So important every single day, multiple times a day, to just sit and just follow your breath. Or as we do on Friday, engage in some of this gentle, mindful movement. I think Dr. Street can probably just kind of sit and meditate. Mink has a much more difficult time with that. I need to move. And for those of us who find it difficult just to sit and meditate, when we add these simple movements, it helps us unclutter and relax and find some stillness. And now let's finish on the other side. So your left arm down along the side of your body, right arm directly overhead. Walk the fingers down, create length in the side body. Again, when we kind of settle here and stay in a position for a few moments, return your focus to your breath. And exhale. Are you going to maybe take us a little further today in the Tai Chi? Or are we going to? We'll see. Those of you who have been with us, hopefully you're starting to get kind of a bit of comfort with the first 20 moves that we've been emphasizing. But let's start with our heels together, feet out to the side. And again, I've already referenced knees slightly bent a little bit, arms very loose. Eggs under your armpits, so they're sort of away from your hands. And as we have said before, remember, with the Tai Chi, you're in a body of water up to your neck. A nice pool of water. You know, not a lot of wave action or whatever. You know, there's not a storm. So, you know how that feels. It's just light and soft and fluid. And that's what you want to try to achieve in our Tai Chi form. All the weight on your right foot. Left foot, toes forward. Right foot, toes forward. Again, root to the earth. The opening move, let's repeat several times slowly this morning. Drop the elbows and then let the arms and hands swing by. Again, several times. Fingers extended. Roger calls these Mickey Mouse ears. Perhaps Disney World will open up again soon, huh? If it hasn't already. Oh, I got to tell you guys. I have a 2.5-year-old granddaughter, and of course, you know, in today's world, there are so many more contemporary characters on TV and all of that. But I got to tell you that right now, and this is so endearing to me, she's so into Mickey. Mm-hmm. Mickey and Minnie. So she only likes these little apple juices, and you can get them in all kind of character heads, all kinds of contemporary. And so I always get her some apple juices before we meet. And so she said, and now she's saying, I say, are you Grandpa's girl? She says, I'm Grandpa's girl. Oh. Or she says, no, because she's 2.5. I say, are you Grandpa's girl? No. Inhale, Mickey Mouse ears, and let's proceed. Hold the basketball. Brush the peacock's tail. And remember, this is called ward off. Right at this point, a very important position. Your hips are squared forward. Remember, this is kind of like a block. Arm down along the side of the body, ward off. Hold the basketball, right hand underneath now, and now ward off right. Take the 2 fingers of the left hand and feel the pulse of your right hand. Roll back. Imagine hugging someone. Press. Dr. Street actually let me hug her yesterday.
We held our breath.
But that's because we had already been screened, right? Mm-hmm. We had been screened and we had been wearing our masks. Please wear your masks.
I heard on my podcast the other day that, or actually no, it was this morning, that there were two hairstylists at Great Clips in Springfield, Missouri, who ended up testing positive for COVID after working for a few days. And so there were almost like 100 people that had been exposed, but nobody else tested positive because everybody was wearing a mask.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
So wear your mask.
Just saying.
We're good here. We're social distancing.
Yeah.
We wore our mask coming in and whatever. So let's get to that point again. We'll do that several times and then we'll move on throughout the 20 movements. Hold the basketball. Ward off. That left cutting hand, edge of the cutting edge of your left hand presses. Sorry. I'm not sure you can always see that part, but hips move, spine moves. Left hand cupped in front of your right hip, right hand a chicken beak. Extend, look at your left hand, and pivot all the way. And this is single whip. Let's get back to that point 2 times, and then we'll proceed. We'll do that twice more to that. That is so fundamental to the entire form. And then we'll move on and do the 20 several times. Slowly, softly, smoothly. Mindfully. Let's get to that point once more, and then we'll go past that. Let's continue on. Play the guitar. White crane spreads its wings. Big circular block and a push. Play the guitar. Back fist movement and a block with the left hand. A lower strike. Cup your right hand inside your left, keeping your back as straight as possible when you lower down to pick the needle up off the ocean bottom. Open the fan. Once again, a back fist, a block. And this time as you strike, it's like a knife. To gather the flowers, push. Remember, the origin of Tai Chi is as a martial art. So some of the movements, look very martial arts-ish, if you will, but it's evolved into moving meditation. So let's do this again, the whole 20 moves. Yang style, Grandmaster William C.C. Chen. If you want to get online and look at some video, William C.C. Chen. Hold the basketball. Brush the peacock's tail, ward off. Lift your right toes, and as you pivot your hips and your spine, turn that right foot. So that at this point, your feet are almost 90 degrees together. It's a very awkward feeling position for a little bit, but it's actually called a bagua step. A bagua step. Look at your hand, your left hand. Pivot. This is like a little block. White crane spreads its wings. Big circle. Push. Come up on the right foot. I'm sorry, all the weight on the left foot. And play the guitar on the other side. Pivot. If you want a good workout, just stay here for 15 minutes.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. That's how they used to train in Kung Fu.
Holding positions for a long time?
Yep. Knife edge, gather the flowers. Both hands press. And we're right back, very close to where we started. How about one more time today? And maybe, even though you're not supposed to do it very quickly, we'll just pick up the pace just a little bit today. Big circles. Inhale, and then exhale as you bring your arms down in front of your center. In Japanese, this is called hara. In Tai Chi and Chinese, tan tian, your center of gravity. The physical point is about 1.5 inches below your navel in the center of your body. And then circle your arms outward and overhead on the inhale. Exhale, float them down in front of your Tantian. Inhale, cross the arms. Exhale. Big external circle. And exhale. One more time, cross the arms. Inhale. Sometimes our Tai Chi master will just have us stand in this position. Knees slightly bent, hands in front of your hara. Full, complete breaths, rooting to the earth. Bringing your awareness to that one point. that tan tien, to center, to lower your center of gravity, and follow your breath. This is intended to be very much a centering, a stillness, seeking, breathing practice. However, and just to finish up today, if you want to turn this into a bit more of a kind of mindful workout, if you will, spread your feet just a little bit wider, drop your knees down so that they're covering your toes, and you don't even have to do this with a lot of force, but just bring your arms up and make fists. You don't even have to activate your shoulders or whatever unless you really want to. And just stay here for 5 minutes. Just stay here for 5 minutes. And you will feel, the blood flow and the thighs begin to become challenged. And just by holding your arms and your hands here.
Show them a profile view. Show them a profile view so they can see the knee bend.
Oh, right here?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And you just stand. It's a modified what is sometimes called horse stance. And again, but the challenge is to stay here for 5 minutes. Always a pleasure to share time and space with you. Let's finish overhead, hands here. Then we lower them to our third eye in front of our throat and finish in front of our heart. Please repeat after me. May I be well.
May I be well.
May I be happy and peaceful.
May I be happy and peaceful.
May I be free from all danger and suffering.
May I be free from all danger and suffering.
May we be filled with loving kindness.
May we be filled with loving kindness.
Namaste.
Bye.
Amen. Peace be with you.
Good.